Where we? we live now, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not even gonna kick into the intro, but good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Brothers-in-law. If you're new to this channel we discuss police involved incidents that occur around the country, and we give our analysis on what we think, whether the officers' actions were reasonable or not, and we also take a look at the actions of the citizens to see if they followed our acronym of CALM, which stands for comply, answer questions, listen, and move on, where the situation had turned out differently. Now, you may agree or disagree with us. That is totally fine. All right. We had no problem with you disagreeing with, but based on our experience and the encounters that we've had over the years, we are basing that knowledge and information on the situations that we present here. And so if you're new to the channel, again, my name is Corey, and I'm a former Virginia State Trooper, 7 years, and a retired Navy Chief Petty Officer, 21 years of service. And my co-host tonight is Mr. Michael Bradley.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? We're waiting for some people to join. It's good to be back. Great, got another show lined up for you today. I had some dinner work done, so my speech is kind of funny right now. So excuse me if I mispronounce certain things. Getting that story, but yeah. Good to be back. We got a good one lined up. You know, a stop that goes off the rails. And you can see how it's going off the rails real quick. So we're going to talk about that. Happened last year. I'm Mike Bradley. As Corey said, I'm the co-host of this show. I'm a retired police officer of 26 years in Northern California. I'm also a 6-year Army veteran, and we've been doing the law enforcement thing for a bit, so we can give you some good insight of what's going on any given situation. You know what I'm saying? So sit back and relax and buckle up, and we're gonna get it going.
And if you got a comment, please leave a comment below. And again, if you're new, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us so you stay up to date on all of these videos that we come out with. We go live every Thursday night at 8:10. And so before we get into it, yep, Mike right there, head on over to our merch shop, grab yourself a Brothers-in-law t-shirt, and help support our channel. Everything we get goes to help expanding our channel. I got the new polo shirt out. Just got it fresh out the press with a little logo on it with its badge shield on it. Brothers-in-law, it says continue our service underneath. Mike's got our mug shots on there. Brothers-in-law with the Brothers-in-law logo or other logo on the back of that. So head on over, grab yourself t-shirts. Holidays are coming up, and show us some love.
Jesus love you. I see you on here, Bubba Buck. Hey, I see y'all.
Stay. Yeah. What's up, Bubba Buck?
I don't think we ain't seen Bubba Buck in a minute, huh?
Yeah, Bubba Buck ain't been on here in a minute, but it's good to see you, brother. Like Mike said, we got a good one. This one entitled Defying the Limit, 108 miles per hour in a 50 mile per hour speed zone. Is that excessive? Should the officers' demeanor be still laid back, cool, calm, or do you think his demeanor is going to be elevated a little bit? We'll take a look at it. We'll see. We'll give our analysis on it. We'll talk about whether or not the officer handled it appropriately, or should they have done more. And we'll also, again, look at the actions of the subject here, the young man in question here. Had he followed the acronym of CALM, which stands for comply, answer questions, listen, and move on, would his situation have turned out differently, or would it still have ended up the same way? But we'll look at all those. So if you got your questions, get them in the comment box, and let's get into it, Mike.
All right. We're going to start it off here. This happened last January, I think it was, 2022. And we're going to pick it up right where the stop begins, where the officer approaches the driver's side window of the car. Okay. So we're going to just let it play, and I'm going to try not to stop it too many times unless something really important comes up and me, Corey, or I want to make a comment. but we're gonna watch it little by little, and probably take some breaks in the middle, talk about what happened, and let keep it rolling. So here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Hey man, what are you doing? Okay. The reason why you're doing 108 miles an hour?
You can turn it up a little bit, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about 108 miles an hour? Yes. Yeah, I had you on my radar. And then I paced you at 108 miles an hour. You have your driver's license on you? Where are you coming from, man? Where are you coming from? Yeah. Huh? What's lit? It's a club? Yeah. Okay. You have your driver's license? Where's your driver's license at, man? It's on my phone. The driver's license on your phone? I lost my ID. Okay. Do you have the registration for the vehicle? All right. Is the vehicle registered to you? Yeah, it's registered to me. Okay. All right. Go and get the registration for it. What are you doing? I'm going. Take you where? I ain't taking you anywhere. I asked for your registration. All right, come on. Can you walk around? Can you walk around? Why do I need to walk around? Can you walk around? My registration is in the glove box. Okay, so get it. It's my shoot. That's your insurance. Where's your registration?
In the comments, tell me what y'all think is wrong with this dude right now.
Do you not have your registration on you? I do. Okay, well, you haven't given it to me. I keep asking you for it. Are you going to get your registration? What? Are you going to get your registration? I am. Right now, you're doing everything but. Can I get out? Why do you need to get out of your car? I need to get my registration. It's right there, man. You don't need to get out of the car to get your registration. Can you get it for me? No, I'm not going to get it for you. Why can you not get your registration from where you're at? Can I get out? Right there and get my registration? Sure.
All right, let me pause it for a minute and ask our viewers. Okay, do you think this guy is what's going on here, viewers? What do you think this guy is? Now, Corey and I, we've done DUI arrests plenty of times. Okay, so I can pretty much tell right when I approach the window whether or not there's some alcohol involved or something going on. You know what I'm saying? The officer, if you notice, is asking just very simple questions, and you see how this driver is responding. Not logical, you know. He's asked him multiple times to get his registration, and
not what a reasonable person.
Right.
Not what a reasonable person. And these are what we call our red flags. So when we do DUI traffic stops, and most of them, believe it or not, is not from vehicles swerving, but speeding. I would say the majority ones I have been involved in were because of speeding. And you know, those are some of the clues that we're looking for. First of all, we're looking when we approach the vehicle, you know, did he smell a strong sense of alcohol exiting, you know, his body?
Yeah.
And if so, then that's indicated. Now we're going to start thinking DUI. All right, what am I going to ask? And Mike hit on it, right on point with his demeanor and asking basic, simple questions. And you can't. I'm asking you for your registration, and you give me your insurance. I didn't ask you for it. I asked you for your registration. Right. In some states, yeah, you may, when you get stopped by police, they ask you for your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. Here in Virginia, we just ask for your driver's license and registration. All right. So each state is different. But however, he did not follow simple instruction of just, hey, give me what the officer was asking him to give, which was driver's license and registration.
Yeah. Plus, you better believe all these things are going down in my report. My DUI investigation started as soon as I walked into that car door and I smelled an odor of alcoholic beverage. And the way you're responding to me is not right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting all that down in my report. I asked him for his registration. He took this long to give me whatever. He didn't give me this. He didn't give me that. He said he was coming from here. He said he was coming from there. Well, all that stuff is going in my report because all of that is part of my DUI investigation. I'm trying to see if you are intoxicated enough to where you aren't responding to me the way a reasonable, sober person would respond. Okay, so let's keep it going here for a minute.
Yep.
Turn off the car for me real quick. Turn off the car. Just turn it off. No, it's not. It's running right now. Turn off the car. It's turned off. No, it's not. The engine, now it is turned off. All right, let's get your registration. It's not my wrist. This is not my car. Actually, probably on the board. You told me it was your car. It is my car. You just said it wasn't your car. What? No. You literally just said 2 seconds ago, this is not my car. Okay. All right. Come back to the back of the vehicle here with me. Stand with my partner. So the vehicle's registered to you? It's my car. Okay. Hang tight here with my partner. Can I get some gas? What's going on? Can I get gas? The gas? Yeah, can I get gas?
You're in the middle of a traffic stop. What makes you think you can get some gas?
He said,
right.
He said, I'm going in at like 109. You're going what? 109. He said I put him at 109. No, you didn't open it up. I wasn't looking at it. I just rolling out. I done that line with him with the BMWs. So what? Sound like that Matt Black look. Sad. Doing 108 miles an hour, okay? I paced you, and I got you on my radar, okay? When I make contact with you, I had indicators of impairment. You have watery, glassy eyes, your eyes are bloodshot. I can smell the alcohol off your breath. I'm not. All right, you're stumbling all over the place, all right? You're slurred speech, okay? At this point, I'm going to request that you perform some field sobriety exercises to dispel my fear that you're too impaired to drive. I'm not. I'm gonna walk to Jordan. Are you willing to perform the field sobriety exercises? Sobriety? Are you willing to perform the field sobriety exercises? Okay, you want to do them? Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Why so fast? What's so fast? Is that right? Why so fast? For me? Yeah. You got a left foot? Can I go to the bathroom now? Not right now. We're going to walk you over in a minute. We just want to make sure you don't get hit by traffic. Yo, where you going? Stop. Stop. Sit back over here. You're not walking across the middle of fucking traffic right now. I'm telling you to stay over here. You'll go over there in a minute when he's ready. Yeah, you really don't know how to fucking listen, do you?
Okay, real quick. The guy was getting ready to walk right into traffic and possibly get hit by the car. Okay.
By oncoming car, yeah.
Right. I mean, now in California, when you get your driver's license, you're actually required to take a blood alcohol test. Okay. If an officer suspects you of DUI, you're required to take a chemical test, basically. Okay. Now, you are not required, however, to answer any questions during the investigation. You're not required to take a what we call a field sobriety examination, where we do certain tests. Not in the state of California, anyway. Okay. However, you refusing to do so certainly speaks volumes when this gets to court, because I'm gonna put in my report that you refuse to take any field sobriety examination or follow directions. Okay. Now, how do you think that's going to look when it goes to court? Okay.
Right.
If you refuse a chemical test, a blood test, okay. If you refuse a chemical test in the state of California, the DMV will suspend your license, because that is understood as something that you have to do as a driver in the state of California, is submit to a chemical test, okay, to determine your blood alcohol content. All right. If you refuse, you automatically get your license suspended. All right. Just to let you know. Anything to add to that, Corey?
Now, obviously every state is different, so make sure you're up to date on your state laws and local ordinances on DUIs. Here in Virginia, if I ask you to perform a field sobriety test and you tell me no, that's totally fine. I would then be able to still have enough probable cause to go ahead and arrest you for a DUI. Now, when I take you down to the precinct to give you the intoxilizer test, I'm only going to ask you, really technically we only have to ask you once, but I would ask you 3 times, hey, do you want to perform, give me a breath sample? And if you tell me no, then I'll just go ahead and charge you with a refusal. And with the refusal, it's pretty much almost an admission of guilt that you were drinking and driving.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem with that, like I said, but I give you the benefit of the doubt. And then if you don't provide a good enough sample, in other words, you're not breathing hard enough through the machine. That's another whole video. I don't want to get away from the topic, but
right.
There's other ways you can still get charged with the DUI or whatnot. But anyway, back to this point here, once he stepped off into the lane of travel that first time, that's when I would automatically went on ahead and put him in handcuffs. And at that point, we're done with it, because you've already displayed that you are under influence, because a normal, reasonable person would not walk out in the lane of travel like that unless they're impaired. And or maybe has some type of severe mental health issues that cause you to walk out into a lane of travel like that on looks like it might just be a small little highway or whatever. But even still, you just don't do that. You are actually detained under the officer's control at this point to conduct a field sobriety test. You just don't walk away and because you have to go use the restroom. You just
I think they're going to this parking lot over here because it's a level, probably a better surface level, more level, probably for them to do a field sobriety examination. I think that's why they're going over here. Okay, and they're going to try to escort this driver over to that section so that he can safely attempt to perform a field sobriety examination.
Well, even still, okay, if that's the case, then they should have put him in the vehicle.
True.
And
let me take let me push you over here. Let me take you over to this parking lot right here, and we can do this examination there. Yeah, I can see that, Corey. I can see that.
Well, because when you play that, he's gonna make a really good point here that we always say here on the show when these types of things happen. But I won't disclose that. Let that play out. And then when he says it, I want to know if everybody hears what he says.
Okay. Real quick. A field sobriety examination, a lot of people don't understand this. It's not a pass or fail. It's a how well you did or how poorly you did. It's a tool that is used by law enforcement to try and determine at what level of intoxication you might be at. Okay, so it's not I passed the test or I failed the test. It's just a measuring stick of how intoxicated are you. Okay, let's go ahead and get the video on. Now pay attention here, folks.
Not to walk across some traffic. I mean, don't walk across some traffic. I'm liable for you, man.
Right there. What did he just say, y'all?
I'm liable for you.
I'm liable. We you hear always say that. You know, officers always responsible for you.
No, we're going over here right now. I'm gonna come right now. Now you're walking that way. We're going right over here. Not right now. All right, Mr. Cooper. Stay right. Come right over here, Mr. Cooper. I'm gonna tell you again. Come right over here. I can use it back. Not right now. Okay. Yeah, I have to use it. So I'm gonna ask you again. Are you willing to perform the field sobriety exercise? You're not using the restroom. Okay, come here. Hey, Mr. Cooper. Now, position. Put your hands behind your back. All right, at this point, man, you're under arrest for DUI. All right, cool. But I'm saying, I can't go to the bathroom. Stop resisting, man. I'm trying to pull it. All right, well, stop pulling your arms away. Don't move yet. Stop moving, I got a double lock. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. That's what's wrong. I'm really trying to go to the bathroom. Can I go to the bathroom now? No. Can I go to the bathroom? No, you cannot. Really? Stop moving, man. Just face the car. Face the car. Hey, just face the car, man. Mind your stance. Why did you stance, dude? Be cool with us, we'll be cool with you. I'm chilling. Then why did you stance? I'm chilling. Why did you stance? What are you gonna do? Okay? Bro, I'm chilling. Bro, what are you doing? Stop resisting. Stop.
You're widening your stance so you can be searched. So you're under arrest. They're going to search him to make sure he don't have any weapons on him.
And that's policy. That's policy that you must be searched before you're placed in the officer's vehicle.
Yeah.
Even if I was just to give you a ride off the interstate or give you a ride down the block or give you a ride home, before I put you in my car, it was our policy that you must be searched before you're put in the vehicle.
Yeah.
So here. Just FYI. So even though there's not a real fight going on here, struggling, when you're just tensing your body up, or when they're trying to guide you to walk a certain way, and you kind of just tense your body up, and they got to kind of pull you along, you're resisting. You're still resisting. Throwing punches and kicking and run. That's still all resisting, but it doesn't. It's not just that. You know, it's you not allowing them to put the handcuffs on, allowing them to do their job to take you into custody the proper way, in a safe way. If I gotta pull on you and twist you up all over just to try to get handcuffs on, well, then you're resisting, and that's an extra charge. Just so you know that.
Yeah, if you're not now, you know what, Corey. The only thing, and I have run into this issue many times, when you arrest somebody for DUI, okay, and they just happen to have to pee right there.
Yeah, they always got to go to the bathroom, bro.
And look, if you've been drinking a lot of alcohol, you probably do have to pee.
Maybe that's the reason why he was going 108.
Maybe, I don't know. But keep in mind, folks, I can't let you go to the bathroom away from the scene. It's just not practical. I have to maintain eyes on you the whole time I'm dealing with you. Okay. It's not practical for me to say, okay, I'm gonna let you go to the bathroom at this gas station real quick. Okay. While what? You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I can't let you go to the bathroom until we have a secured location, or we are at a secured location where I have done everything I can to make sure you don't have any weapons on you, things like that, in a controlled environment before I let you go to the bathroom. In our case, you could go to the bathroom when you get to the jail, because I've already searched you. I've already did everything I need to do with you. So the jail has toilets right there in the booking area that we can let you go to the restroom. You know what I'm saying? So understand that it's not that we being mean that I can't let you go pee. I bet you do have to pee. Unfortunately, Corey,
you ain't going.
you ain't going.
You're
And
not going.
I have to say, unfortunately, I've had probably not very many, but probably a couple incidents where a person ended up peeing on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't make it to the jail. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't practical for me to say, okay, let's go to this gas station real quick, and let you pee.
Right, and you're and when you're being transported, you're not gonna stop anywhere for them to go to
No.
the restroom. That's just not how it works. But I think my problem with the officers in this is that they allow his freedom to walk around and not really have total complete control over him. I think that let that go a little too long. Because I deal with DUI so much, I didn't, especially they're always done by myself, you know, because there's some nights, especially on midnight shifts, where there was only 2 troopers and we're patrolling between 3 different cities. So if he's 2 cities over and I'm, on the other end, it could take him, 30 minutes to get to me running cold. So a lot of times, if I couldn't get my ship partner to come back me up, I would try to get a hold of one of the locals, city cops, to come up and assist me as having a second set of eyes. But usually, with the DUIs, I would be conducting those DUIs myself. And him acting like that, I'd had handcuffs on him, back on the other side of the highway over there. That first time he tried to walk away, and it'd have been a done deal. I just went on ahead and took him to jail. But the signs were there for DUI. He might have had some other stuff in him as well, but he had the watery, glassy eyes, pupils dilated, the smell of alcohol. That's all I need, right there, folks, to get you with a DUI.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and keep in mind, folks, that's really only part of it. If you refuse to do the field sobriety examination, well, I have that minus everything else, or I have everything else minus that to
Minus
help
that.
me make my determination if you are under the influence. Now, if you don't give me that, I'm gonna go with what I have. Okay, bloodshot, watery eyes, red eyes, maybe slowed or slurred speech. You
Speech.
could have
Yeah.
slurred speech. You could have slowed speech. Okay, you not following instructions the way a normal person would respond. Okay, you might be unsteady on your feet. You might be falling down drunk. I mean, being intoxicated to drive, you don't have to be falling down drunk to be intoxicated to drive. Okay,
Right.
you could be intoxicated enough to where you are above that legal limit. Just to give you an idea here, folks, I got a little chart here. Blood alcohol concentration. If you weigh, let's say if you weigh about 220 pounds, okay, it only takes about 3 beers to get you at that legal limit, 0.08. You know what I'm saying? 3 beers. This is approximate, but I want you guys to keep that in mind. It doesn't take much to make you too intoxicated to drive. It doesn't take much. So people need to understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, good point. It doesn't take that much, but the question is, did the officers handle this properly? I would say yeah, for the most part. Obviously, we're Monday morning quarterbacking this and giving our analysis and whether or not it was a good stop, and it was overall a good stop. Why? Because nobody got hurt. Primarily, the arrest was made. The citizen was not harmed in any way. Could there always be things done differently? Yeah, but my question is, he's going to have a hard time explaining to the judge, why he was going 108 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour speed zone, 58 miles per hour, and the fine for that is here. It's they charge you $6 per mile over the posted speed limit. So 58 times 6 is what his cost would be plus his court fees. And then hiring and then obviously he's going to get an attorney, and that's probably going to cost him another.
If his car gets towed, he's responsible for the cost of that.
Yeah,
responsible for the cost of storage. How long was the car in there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's pretty costly.
Oh, he's gonna be knocking on the door probably about $5,000. It's gonna probably cost about $2,000 to get a good attorney, because he's gonna do well here in Virginia. He's going to jail. That high over the posted speed limit, you're going to jail. You're gonna they'll probably give you 30 days and suspend 20 of those days, and you'll probably get 10 days in jail for sure, at a minimum. But they're going to jail. And in some states, it could be longer. You can get the full 30 days in jail for that. Why do you need to go that fast? You're not in the Indy 500. This ain't NASCAR racing. You don't need to go 108 miles an hour. Do you know how much damage you can do at 108 miles an hour? You wreck that car. I mean, the lives that you could take with you on that. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I've seen crashes like that. A lady went to a tree at 103 miles an hour.
Wasn't much left, huh?
No. In fact, I mean, the car actually caught on fire, and we had to go and find all the pieces of her, because she literally went everywhere, and her, except for her torso, stayed in lower half her body, stayed in the car. Everything else was outside. She hit the tree that hard, and it went totally up in flames, and she ended up burning inside the car. But at 108 miles an hour, man, it's just not worth it, and to have a mind-altering substance in your body, alcohol or whatever type of drug, you're just asking for something bad to happen.
I agree. Most of my DUI stops, matter of fact, I can't say most of them. Well, I could say most of them were not from speeding, because I wasn't in the highway, so I don't have a lot of my DUI stops were for other things, like mechanical violations or moving violations, like running the stop sign or driving with no lights on. I've had plenty of DUIs stopping people for driving with no lights on, and all it takes is that smell of alcohol from the window, right? For me to start, okay, now I have a DUI investigation. Folks, every department has a standard. We had a form. It had standard things on there in conducting a DUI investigation. We had a standard set of questions we would ask you. We had a standard set of field sobriety examinations, steps in that examination to give you. Okay. Like I say, you can refuse it. Okay. But if you refuse it, it ain't going to look good on you in court. And you're going to get your license suspended in California automatically if you refuse the chemical test. Okay. So, and also we had something called a preliminary alcohol screening device out on the street. It's a machine. It's like a little mini breathalyzer machine where we ask you if you be willing to take that. Now that doesn't count as the chemical test per DMV, okay? But it is something extra that we can use to help the officer determine how much under the influence you are.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're talking about the PBT.
Yeah, well, yeah, you guys call it that. We call it a PASS device,
Okay.
preliminary alcohol screening device.
Yeah.
It's basically a mini breathalyzer. You stick this and blow
it's
in there.
handheld. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a good point, because even here in Virginia, that is not admissible in court. It's just an extra tool.
Extra tool. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's just
Now
an extra tool that
with
we
us,
can use.
it is on the form, and whatever result we get from that, we actually put that on the form as part of our investigation. Okay, but you're not required to take that PASS test.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It's not.
You are required to take the chemical test, the other test.
Right. The one that really counts is the one down at the precinct where you have to blow in the big machine. That's the one that really counts. The one out on the street while you're at your vehicle on the side of the road, that is not admissible in court. But it has to at least be offered to you. If they don't offer it to you, it's no big deal. It's not admissible in court. Again, it's just a tool that we use to say, okay, yep, based on the information I have already, and now you blowing, a 0.12. Yeah, I can feel confident to arrest you with it for a DUI right now. And another one that they always say the eyes don't lie. The HGN test, testing with your eyes,
horizontal gaze nystagmus.
Yeah. That test is pretty much solid right there. Now there's certain elements that, and again, I didn't get into the whole DUI thing, but that's another tool that we use to check your eyes. Your eyes don't lie, and believe it or not, your eyes going to tell you if you're drunk or not, just by the way your eye movement goes. And that's
you can't control your eye movement when you're under the influence of alcohol. You can't control that at all. Now there are some. Well, again, we're getting into some DUI stuff a little too.
I try to refrain from going into DUI, and this doesn't have anything to do with DUI.
These are all tools, folks, to help us determine how much under the influence you actually might be. Okay, keep that in mind. So if you refuse stuff, there's going to be some consequences of you refusing. But I ain't going to make you do it. No. Now, let me be careful when I say that. It depends on what kind of DUI investigation I'm doing. If you just was in a DUI investigation and you just killed 3 people, okay, in a crash, and you were DUI, yeah, I'm probably going to forcibly get blood from you. If either you'll give it to me voluntarily or I'm going to force it from you, okay? But we try not to force blood draws or anything like that under the circumstances. It depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another whole topic, because they're here in Virginia now. You can, if you're gonna get blood, then you got to get a search warrant for that blood now, and so that's another.
Yeah, I understand. We got to do that too now.
That's another whole story. Whatever. But hey, let us know what you think about this one. 108. What do you think this guy's reasons would be for going 108 miles an hour? What would be your excuse if you got stopped by the police and doing 108? What are some of the excuses that you would give that officer why you're going that fast to get out of that ticket? And do you think you deserve to be let go of after going 108 miles an hour? Do you think you feel you need to be going to jail because of that? His license is definitely going to get suspended. If that were here in Virginia, he'd definitely be getting his license suspended for a minimum of 6 months. He hits the right judge, that would be suspended for a year. But 108 miles an hour is totally ridiculous. And then, try to put up a little bit of resistance in the end of it. So, when you take a look at the acronym of CALM, which stands for comply, answer questions, listen, and move on. Yeah, he pretty much didn't follow that. When you're impaired, it's kind of hard to follow that acronym. And you, some guys will. I mean, Mike, there are those drunks that, hey man, they get very emotional, sympathetic. They know they're wrong, and yeah, just go ahead and take me to jail. And I know I messed up. My whole life was ruined now, blah blah blah. And they'll do everything you want, then, and tell you everything you want. And
Yeah,
you know, and you just go ahead and slap the handcuffs on them and take them on down. All right, let's go. You
yeah,
know, but
yeah.
there's no reason to go that fast. I mean, I can't fathom going that fast for, no apparent reason. I mean, he's driving a BMW too, Mike. So, can you say you weren't paying attention to the speed, and you didn't realize you were going that fast? There's no way you cannot know you're doing 100 miles an hour. You're blowing
Unless
past
you
every
drunk
car on the
and
road.
you just roll.
Yeah, you just rolling. Nah, that's just, yeah. So let us know what you think, folks. We're gonna wrap this one up. Mike's team is playing tonight. I know he itching to watch that
Oh
game.
yeah, gotta catch the Steelers, man. I've been
So
a
we go.
Steelers fan since I was 5 years. I know it's strange, y'all. I'm from Ohio, but I've been a Steeler fan since I was old enough to even see a football game.
Yeah,
Just
we were
how
always
just
trying.
how
We
it
were
works.
always trying to figure that one out about Mike growing up. But hey, we still love him. He's still our brother. So, but we want to thank everybody for watching us tonight. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us. Share this out far and wide. And if you got something you would like for us to check out and get on the show, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, hit us up and we'll get you on. Let me see, where is it? Right there. Hit it up. Not right there. I'm sorry. Here it is. We've got to find the right banner. Hit us up at brothersinlaw21@gmail.com if you got something you want to check out, want us to check out, or if you feel like you want to be a guest on the show, hit us up. We'll set up a time date for you to get on, and we'll work with your schedule. All right, Mike, final words.
And as you can see, we're a real informal show, so we would want you to be comfortable and nothing, no big deal about being on the show. Whatever you want to talk about, we cool with. Okay. Thanks for joining us. Jesus loves you, Stacy, Delando, Bubba Buck. We see you on here again. I ain't drunk. I just got some dental issues that I had to take care of from kind of sore in the mouth right now. So forgive me if I sound like I'm slurring my speech, right?
What's up, Delando? Sorry you missed it out tonight, man. But catch the reruns, man. And actually, I got the link in the description below for if you want to watch the video again in its entirety. But yeah, good night. God bless you all. We'll see y'all next week. Be safe and God bless.
Peace out.